Why marketing is not delivering the results you want. Welcome to this podcast episode of Marketing for Waste. I'm Sam Barrili and I'm the founder of Marketing for Waste, the first marketing agency focused in marketing for small waste companies and junk removals. In this episode, why marketing is not delivering the results you want, I'll share with you what I learned from my previous meetings and what I discovered about the mistakes that you probably and your competitors are doing in marketing. Indeed, in the previous weeks, I had several meetings with junk removals and small waste companies, and all people that I met, they say that unfortunately their companies were not obtaining the results they want or they researched in terms of marketing. And one of the things that appear is that they thought that marketing is not a science but is something close to a religion, due to the fact that the companies that they involved for their marketing were companies that were searching or searched to sell single pieces of marketing. I mean, if we watch the entire marketing scenario, talking about direct response marketing and talking about digital marketing, what happens and what appears is that there are multiple phases of marketing. There are email marketing, there is content marketing, pay-per-click marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, local SEO, and search engine optimization, and many other things. One of the things that I learned during my conversation is that these small waste companies started to invest in single pieces of marketing. Single pieces that are not part of a big scenario that is a marketing strategy, but that were added to an activity that is an activity to generate new clients or to acquire more visibility or to be in the top position on Google or in other search engines. Well, this is one of the biggest mistakes in the field, and due to that, I developed what I'm sharing in this podcast episode. Indeed, the main goal that I found in the investment that this potential customer did was the generation of new leads. All the business need new leads, especially if we talk about junk removals. One of the most important point is that junk removals need a continuous flux of leads, because without the flux of leads, it's difficult for them to generate the monthly revenue, the monthly income for their activities. And I arrived to that, and we arrived in marketing agency, in the marketing for waste agency. We arrived to that because one of the most important point is that the lifetime value of the customers, of clients, is totally different between small waste management companies and junk removals. Indeed, if we watch the client sites or the type of business, junk removals usually collect waste from private companies or in some cases from citizens, from people. It means that the problem is that to go ahead in the process is mandatory to have a continuous flux of customers. And another aspect is that the small waste companies usually they work for businesses, and especially if they collect hazardous waste or specific type of waste, they have a long-term agreement with them, and the goal is to continue to work with them in a process that can go ahead for days, months, or years. Well, that's the main difference. It doesn't mean that the small waste company need a continuous flux of clients, or leads. But it's totally different the approach that there is in the marketing strategy, in the marketing process, in the activity that should be developed for this bot type of companies. One of the most important point is that a single action of marketing cannot generate a solution in terms of leads, because it's like having a car and or a truck and thinking that to do the right maintenance is the only thing necessary to do is to change the oil and not to control all the other aspects of the engine or all the other aspect of the gearbox or these things. That's the main problem. And coming back on marketing, the real problem is that investing in SEO without having a website that can transform the people that arrive in potential customer, without having a direct response website, is difficult and is a problem that will affect the results of the SEO optimization that you are implementing. The same thing is connected with pay-per-click activities. Indeed, if you invest in pay-per-click advertising, to launch a pay-per-click campaign, maybe on Google or on Bing or one of these search engines, the problem is that when people click on your ad, they should arrive in a page that is totally dedicated to the activity. That's the most important point. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because the company that implement the pay-per-click, the marketing company that implement your pay-per-click, usually cannot manage the creation of a landing page or a squeeze page. Usually they use the contact page that already is in your website. That's another great problem. And if we watch the other activities that are the most diffused in the field, there is the social media marketing. I'm sure that you are probably investing approximately 500 or 2,000 or 5,000. It changes. It depends a lot on the things that you are implementing. But if you invest $500 on your marketing or your social media marketing, thinking to obtain something back because you are publishing a post, or the company that you involved publish a post with the photos of your truck or your beans or the things that you want, you are wrong. Because social media marketing is something that can work only if combined with paid advertising, obviously, but not only. It should be combined with a landing page, with a squeeze page that moves contacts from online to the offline, or from the online to your page. And that's the most important point, because if you miss these parts, you are not generating leads and you are wasting money. Indeed, one of the things that I learned during my conversation is that a lot of you are investing thousands of dollars, $2,000, $3,000, $20,000 in marketing a month without having the feedbacks, because there is a missing part that is mainly connected with the market analysis. Indeed, I talked many times about the importance of market analysis. Probably you see some of my blog articles in marketingforwaste.com, or probably you followed me on my LinkedIn profile under Sam Barrili on LinkedIn. But there is an important aspect, that is the the main one that you should consider before the creation of a marketing part for your business is the market analysis. You should consider the size of the market and identify the position of your target audience, where they are, to create the right strategy to communicate with them. And that's the most important point, the missed part of your marketing. Because if you launch something to talk with your audience, but you're not on the platform where your audience is, you're wasting money to obtain nothing back. And that's the most important point, because I'm seeing that every single day, talking with the potential customer during my meetings, and one of the missing part is that people try to communicate with other people using the wrong approach. It's like when you try to talk with your dog and waiting that your dog answer your questions. That's the same thing. If you change your approach, and if you change the way to communicate using the strategy or the platform that your target audience needs or use, you are able to increase your results exponentially. That's the most important point. Indeed, one of the problems that I'm continuing to see in this market is that a lot of small marketing agency or marketers arrive offering you some solutions that are not inserted in a big plan, but that are drops of solution, and you continue to invest in these drops of solution that are not that don't generate the results that you want. Indeed, from that, the answer to the question that is why marketing is not delivering the results you want is marketing is not delivering the results you want because the marketing that you are doing is not marketing, is a part of marketing. You should have a big picture of the marketing strategy that you should implement in your small waste company to obtain the right results. That's the main point. And to have this big picture, you should run, first of all, a market analysis and understand how large is your market, how large is your audience, and where is your audience. These are the three main questions, because without having the answer to this question, every single thing that you try to implement in terms of marketing cannot generate, if not drops, of results. That's the point. I hope that you enjoyed this quick episode of Marketing for Waste podcast, and we'll talk in 1 week. Enjoy!